Sneak Attack here. How's it going, guys? So today we're gonna talk about anime theories. Everyone loves anime theories. You craft some of your own, or you think some of your own. Who's gonna be this villain? Who's the secret villain? Who's gonna save the day? Is this guy really that good? We all love theories, right?
Sure. I mean, I don't know where you're going with this. I'm excited to find out.
Right. So I'm talking about a few anime theories that a lot of people speculated in the past and honestly got them dead wrong. Or maybe we still don't know everything and they might be right.
So some of these have already been proven.
Some of these have already proven not to be
proven
right.
wrong or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Sure.
Definitely.
Okay.
One of them is still a mystery in the air. So off the first rip, I'm gonna say a funny one that was popular back in the day. I don't know why people thought about this, but they did. And it's gonna involve two of the main characters in Naruto. So it's gonna be Naruto and Sasuke. And it's very similar. Two separate theories. I'm gonna make it into one because it's very similar. But back in the day when Naruto was coming out weekly in the manga, people thought Naruto and Pain were the same person. Why? Because their silhouette looked similar. And that was it on that one. Honestly, that was it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. So when they showed a silhouette of like the Akatsuki like sucking Gaara, they thought that's future Naruto or something.
Yeah. So similar hairstyle, and it seemed like Pain was the big bad guy in Naruto. So people, for some reason, jumped to that's Naruto from the future. That's an older Naruto who's corrupted, came back to the past, and is trying to, I don't know, fix his mistakes, or maybe he eventually grew up to be a maliceful person and a bad person, and said, "Let me change it where it starts."
I really just don't even want to acknowledge that one.
Right.
I feel like it's so. Like, don't get me wrong, it is the same character model. It is. Yahiko, who it's actually based off of. Yahiko is the same character model as Naruto without the whiskers and with red hair.
Right.
Or orange. Orange hair. It is the same character model, but it's the Rinnegan alone has to kind of tell you like that's something else, right? Like, cause say what you want about Toby being a surprise, you know it's an Uchiha, and you start thinking shit, right? So like, so and that you know, and that's another one people made theories about, right?
And I'm happy you said it. I'm so happy you said it. And this is the first one I heard, was that Toby was Sasuke from the future. So you eventually see him change his voice, you see his Sharingan, and people just jumped Sasuke from the future. I don't know why. I don't know why people just were obsessed with this future idea in Naruto.
I think I'm gonna call you all out. I think it was comic readers, American comic readers, who are really used to that multiverse future, jumping back and forth between the past and the present. Yeah. That immediately are gonna assume an anime does the same thing. Right. Because I've watched a lot of anime. I think I've seen time travel once, maybe, if at all. Okay. Like I'm trying to think. I could be wrong, but
it's like not, Steins Gate. There's Erased. There's a girl who left.
There's Erased. I'm thinking Erased, but that's the whole plot of the show. Right. Versus like it being a subplot. Like that doesn't usually exist. That's what I'm trying to say. Like for me, that's a huge jump. So I'm gonna call those people. I'm gonna call those people out for immediately assuming like this is where Naruto's going. Yeah. Because that's lazy. That's lazy. It was. That would have been lazy. Yeah. That would have been really lazy. Disrespect on Kishimoto for thinking that. Like,
and then obviously there's people who already knew the answer. They saw Toby and they're like, that's Obito. And that was more on my side. I was like, that's clearly Obito. Especially in the anime, they showed Kakashi's backstory with his little team and what happens to Obito. And then almost like right after, they do the whole Toby has a deeper voice, has a Sharingan. In the manga, between the jump of Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, between that time skip in the manga, they did Kakashi's story in between then. And so I feel like they should have done that, because that left us with so much time until Toby did do that whole voice change, and it probably was a better surprise in the manga than the anime.
So I didn't read it that deep. I didn't look that deep. So I mean, I'm sure you call me an idiot, call me dumb. I just didn't read it that deep. I thought it really was Madara.
Okay.
I thought it really was. To me, that made more sense because they constantly said that after their final battle, Hashirama and Madara, no one found Madara's body.
Right.
And no one found it. So for me, the dude found a way to live. Like that was. That
I mean, and he did.
Was more,
did.
yeah, and he did.
And he did.
But to me, that was more plausible than Obito because that's like Kakashi's great pain, right?
Right.
But that's why, to me, it was a good twist. It was a good twist. Now you're saying you figured it out. A lot of people figured it out. Kudos to you guys. I didn't read that deep into it. I thought whatever, it's some other dude, whatever,
Right.
But anyways, what's your next theory?
So the next theory, similar to like theorizing who the villain is, it's gonna be and a lot of people know this one, and we're riding that train. We're My Hero fans, My Hero Academia. It's the Kirishima is the real traitor theory. So a while back ago, the creator of My Hero, when it was still ongoing, he released some early sketches and early drawings, and one of the early sketches was a villain or a street thug that used electrical based powers, and he looked really strong, really grunge, very scary.
Are you talking about Red Riot?
No, the Denki.
Because Kirishima's Red Riot.
There's Kirishima, who's Red Riot, and
Kaminari.
Kaminari.
Kaminari,
who's the
lightning guy. Yeah.
So there was a theory that he was the villain, because that sketch came out, and then more stuff started coming out. People saw early designs or model sketches of all different angles of his faces, and off that, it was like a big 4chan theory that blew up. People started thinking that his powers fry his brain and he can't control them. So people started thinking, what if he is the villain and he can actually control his powers? He could shoot exactly who he wants. He doesn't fry his brain. He's the class idiot.
Is the theory that he's faking it and he's flip flopping?
And he's the traitor.
And
he's working for All for One.
Sure. I mean, I'll give you that one a little bit more because you're not jumping into the future.
Right.
You're not assuming. You're assuming it's an active double agent scenario.
Right.
And if the character model, I haven't seen this theory, but if I'll give you that one.
Yeah, there's a sketch where one side of his face is like doing a smirk smile, and the other side he's doing more of a nasty smile, and it's just like a ruffian smile. Like Kirishima would also kind of do that smile.
Sure.
But people split the face in half and thought this is the good side, the happy face, and the secret traitor side. It's a small look into his traitor side, doing that more villainous smile.
Sure.
And people started going crazy with it. And a lot of people thought it was him. A lot of people were banking that he was the traitor. So yeah, that's the second theory.
Nice.
So the third theory, to continue with like mystery people, I didn't even realize it, but this is a whole mystery people kind of thing. So similar to My Hero, since I'm just talking about it, we found out that who Dabi really was, whose family he's connected to. He's connected to the Todoroki family and all that stuff. He's Koya. Similar, a lot of people think Phaeton from Hunter x Hunter is a Zoldyck. So similar to the whole My Hero thing is Toya was talked about. He was in pictures. We saw him as a little kid, and people were like, who's this character? And we see the family picture of the Zoldicks, and every member's locked in. We know every member, all their names, and everyone's in there. But what if there was a secret like first child who was in Illumi, or a secret second child who was in Miluki? Yeah, people think since he's short, has black hair.
Correct me if I'm wrong. when they show the family tree, there's not like zapped out spots.
There's no zapped out spots. There's one spot that showed the back of somebody, but at the end of the Hunter x Hunter anime, we found out that was Nanika and Aluka. So there wasn't any blacked out spots, and any
they're
blackout.
saying the dude from the Phantom Troop is a Zoldyck.
Oh, Meteor City. Since he's from Meteor City, there's no background information. He doesn't know his last name. He doesn't know his blood type. We know that from the York, New York, where that
was interesting.
Where Krollo was getting everyone's information to write their fortune, and a few people, including Phaeton, doesn't know his real name, doesn't know his actual birthday or anything like that.
Has this been proved wrong already?
This hasn't been proved right or wrong.
Okay, because this one, you kind of sold me on this one. Like, even just explaining it, like, only because there's no proof to the contrary.
Right.
Now, yeah, sure, is it people wanting to build a headcanon or try to be like, oh, there's something deeper to just the character, right?
Yeah.
It could just be a random character. But I like it. I mean, he looks like Illumi and the other.
Right.
What's the fat cell's name?
Miluki.
Yeah, Miluki. Like, he looks a lot like Miluki, actually.
Yeah. He's short like Silva. He's short like Kiriwa, and he's OP. He's strong. He has that Zoldyck genes in him.
That one's cool. That one's pretty cool. I haven't heard that one.
Again, it's similar to the Dabi thing, where it's like Dabi uses fire. There's two big characters who also use fire. Are they related? Phaeton's short. We can't find any background since he lives in Meteor City. He has OP abilities.
To be fair, it probably was true, but the freaking writer's never gonna finish the story. And he was like, hey, I ain't gonna have this subplot anymore.
Yeah. People go into it and saying like Phaeton has a weird Nen ability that doesn't really link up to the rest of the Zoldicks. People say that the white-haired Zoldicks are transmuters and the black-haired Zoldicks are manipulators. And we see...
It's true, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
right. We see... besides Silva, my bad. Earlier I said Silva as the grandpa. But Silva's the dad.
He's a transmuter?
Silva's an emitter.
He's an emitter,
He's an emitter-based power.
An emitter, yeah.
But doesn't mean he can't transmute either.
It's true.
And we see Phaeton's attacked. I did like Pack-a-Punch or something like that, and his is different. So people say, well, he doesn't sync up with either the white-haired Zoldicks or the black-haired Zoldicks. But since he grew up in Mirror City, he could have gone through something traumatic, and Nen classifications can't change. So maybe he's a specialist.
If you ask me, your Nen teacher plays a big part. Like, without going into it too deep, I feel like your Nen teacher plays a big part into how... Yeah, okay, sure, you could say that the Nen classifications are inherent.
Yeah, they say you're born with it.
They say you're born with it, but, I mean, like, you just talked about the Zoldicks. There's differences even in their fucking lineage.
Right.
So I feel like the Silva, he's an emitter for sure, I think. And it's like, the rest aren't. Like,
yeah, so and you can't change. They do say you can change. It's very rare you can change. In my honest opinion, right now in the manga, Gon's going through a Nen classification change, but that's just my headcanon. But yeah, those are we could do a little theory on that if you guys like this type of video. But we could
probably go on and on and on.
Yeah, definitely.
He said a couple. You know, I have a couple. We could do another video for that. But please, guys, let us know what theories you guys have, or whether or not if you guys bought into these. Yeah. If you bought into them, if you didn't. If you have different ones.
You guys think these are stupid?
Yeah. I think the first one's stupid.
Me too.
Yeah. If you guys whatever you guys think, please let us know. We want to do a whole idea around your guys' feedback and stuff like that. So we'd love to do that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Go watch our long videos. We say some interesting stuff in there.
Yeah, definitely. I think so.
We'll catch you guys next time.